Howdy y'all, this is Airborne Bat here. Today is Gun Maintenance Sunday. Took a friend out to the range for his birthday present, made sure it was a good one. Shot the AR-10, AR-15, and a Glock 34 long slide. It's clear and safe. I'm gonna just leave that right there. So I'm gonna be tearing these down. I can't do that on YouTube. So I'm gonna cut, break it down, and go back to cleaning. I'll let you guys know what to expect. And there's been delays in supplies and stuff when it comes to the blazer, the water catchment, and other projects. But it's getting along slowly. But yeah, gotta break down this AR-10. All right, we are back, guys. So I got the AR-10 mostly broke down. I didn't pull out the buffer. I'll probably clean that next time. I'm gonna shoot again next weekend. I didn't record the range session mainly because I had my friend there. Didn't have permission to put him on camera. So I'm not gonna do that. I forgot to ask, so therefore I didn't record. I respect people's privacy. There's been some changes to the AR-10. I got rid of this anemic charger and put this one on there. Aero Precision Breech. The first time I shot it, I was having a problem getting grip. So this actually reaches out a little bit more compared to the old one. There's nothing wrong with having a spare charging handle or two. And I'm gonna see if it works on the AR-15 when I break that down to clean it. It's pretty much just same old, same shit, different day. So, how can I say it? So, we finally got most of the welding and stuff done. I got finished stripping the backside of the driver's side door. And once that's done, and the tinning kit arrives, which is I've been waiting on for 3 weeks now. I'll get that done, I'll get it primed. But I can now move to the passenger side door that requires half as much body work. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, I just got fill up those holes that one of the previous owners drilled out for 3 different sets of mirrors. Rain catchment, I have a circulation pump to circulate the water from barrels to barrels. I do have them connected on the bottom to help prevent it from going stagnant. I'm also going to put a sediment filter on there and a float switch to shut off the circulation pump when the water's too low. But that's pretty much the game plan there. What else is going on? Still zeroing this out. I did push it out to 200, but I didn't record it. The range I was particularly at had a no recording rule. So there's that. I'm gonna find another range that can go out to 200 and see what happens. You know, I got a good group. Oh, actually my buddy, he did really well with both the rifles. Now pistols he's a little shaky on. After about 60 rounds, I was able to get him on paper. I think with a little bit more practice, he can tighten up his group. But it was pretty good. And I was actually really impressed with both the rifles because they're both set up for right-handed shooters, and he's a lefty. And, you know, he was getting better groups than me. Now, I'm not saying I suck as a shooter, I'm just saying I was more focused on him having fun. So I'll just toss a couple of rounds down there so he can see how the firearm will function. And he was getting groups, I don't know, Yeah, 100 yards, about the size of this tape measure. That's not that bad for someone who doesn't shoot out a lot. I think it was like maybe third or fourth time he ever shot. But yeah, let's see, I got any carbon built up a little bit. Still breaking in the rifle. Had a couple of double feeds. You know, after I put some additional lubricant onto the bolt carrier group, that went away. But I only get some nice wear on there after about 200 some rounds. I don't know if you can see that. Get my fat fingers out of the way. Right there. The screen's facing away from me, so I apologize if you couldn't see it. It's finally get some nice wear-in marks. See where it's rubbing, right down here in this channel. Oh. So I'm gonna take that as a good news. Bag of Q-tips, there you are. Normally, I clean one gun a month. Unless I shot it that month, I clean it immediately after. That's generally my maintenance cycle. I shoot it, I clean it. I don't shoot it, I cycle through, and I got a little log book on which the last one I cleaned. You know, re-lubricate it, etc. One's actually easier. Turn it on and off. There we go. There's some carbon build up right there. Man, that ammo was dirty. I've been having really bad luck with the Hornady match grade ammo. If any of you guys also had some bad luck with that stuff, I would love to know in the comments. Gnarly. Looks like it's wearing in nicely. Some wear marks right there. Some carbon buildup. Yeah, those rounds are dirty. Take a quick break. All right, I'm back. So, at work, I met a good guy. He's actually a professional welder. So he'll give me some tips and tricks when it comes to welding. And he's gonna stick weld my bumper mounts where they're supposed to be. The previous owner cut them and welded on a bracket for a body lift, which it really doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do that? You know? Me personally, I would have just built a bracket and raised the bumper that way and not welded it on permanently. But, you know, people do their things. Just another day. It's rechargeable, but let's not wear out the battery. I also found out I am rusty when I was at the range. It was actually kind of embarrassing. That's my fault. I really should have practiced it some more, but all my money was tied up in that rifle. And I didn't want to use up my training ammo, and I have to be able to replace it. So I pretty much went from shooting like 2 or 3 times a month to, oh fuck, I was sending rounds downrange maybe every other month or every third month. And it shows. It definitely shows. Last time when I was at the range today. Doesn't look like anything came off. Other than the carbon, that's good. Let's grab my light. Nothing's in the gas key. Let's get some solvent. Yeah, I still use hops. Grandpa used it. Stepfather used it. Yeah. Put it down with dry sand. Well, when I use rags like this, I like to lay them down flat on the concrete so they can air out before I put them in trash cans. Just a habit. I don't know where I learned it from. I'll take the solvent, I'll rub it through everything, and then I'll take a dry swab and silk up anything that's in there, etc. That solvent just sitting there. Mainly because I don't know what it'll do to the finish. AR-10s are rough, and I got an inconsistent wear pattern. Like this side right here, way more worn down than this side. Wonder why that is. Moth. I want to pull apart the bolt face, or do I want to just leave it as is? I got 200 rounds in there, so I'm going to leave it as is. Give a couple hundred more. And then I'll pull it off and clean it and see how much debris gets in there after 300 rounds. I think that makes sense. Starting to get some wear. There's some wear like right there. I'm a gunsmith. Check out this video. I'll send it straight to him. You see shiny spots. I haven't seen anything like that on an AR-10 before. Normally I see wear like any wear like that after a few thousand rounds. I would normally see it around this little ring right there. You know, this is a lot more relaxing than cleaning your rifle in the Army. I have a smoke while I do it. Don't have to worry about someone yelling at you to do push-ups. Go beat your face. You know. I don't want to scrape away the finish, so I'm gonna use this bore cleaner, see if I can break up some of that carbon. Yeah, I remember basic training when we were cleaning the rifles and stuff. I grew up around guns, and I was looking at the bolt and everything, and the dang thing was like pure metal, no finish at all. And I was like, did some private scrape all the finish off thinking it was carbon? You know what I'm saying? I apologize if you can't hear me. in the future, I am going to take up my buddy's offer on, he's got one of these like mic thingies. He offered to hook me up with one, borrow or give, I don't know. You know, but I'm going to take him up on it, give it a good try. See if we can get better sound quality for you guys. Was using this, but the battery's dead on me. You gotta be careful when you use cotton swabs though. You don't want the fibers to get caught in anything. But they do suck up all the junk. That's some crap right there. Press that. Oh wow, it's way harder than a freaking AR-15. That's a strong spring. It does have a bigger caliber it has to deal with, so higher pressures. This is my first AR-10. I have a 308 bolt action, a little 16-inch barrel that I used to hunt with while I used to live in Pennsylvania. Well, unfortunately, the distances here in Texas are much longer. Also, fortunately, I don't mind it. I enjoy the challenge and I enjoy learning new things. I'm trying to save up some money for going to a PRS course, not a match, a course. You know, first I want to get my groupings looking decent before I go get some real training and stuff, because I want to get some consistency first and get the training. Yeah, I just pulled the carbon right off. That was beautiful. Get the training and then adjust. You know, also want to make sure I have notebooks and plenty of writing materials so I can take notes. You know, yes, pen and paper. Pen and paper don't run out of battery life. This little pin I just dropped right in there. I know some of you are gonna go, you should be wearing gloves. I don't care. I'm an HVAC tech. I'm probably gonna die in 20 years anyway. All the shit I inhaled, lack of PPE, because some employers don't offer it. You know, someone probably gonna say, well, you should report that. Really? There we go. Put that in carbon. Now, the firing pin. No, it's not that bad. Just give it a quick wipey. Let me build up on it. So just wipe it down and dry it off. Boom, baby. Oh, that trigger on this thing is freaking awesome. It's very smooth. It breaks in the same spot every single time. when it comes to trigger pull, when something's off, it's my fault. Set this to the side, lube up. Lubricate. So when I lube, I like to just put a little bit of lube there, a little bit there around the gas rings. I've been doing it this way for a long time, and I've never had a problem. You know. Take that rag, get the excess. I just want it on my gas ring. There you go. I need freaking a gallon of lube. All right, we're gonna cut for a second. I assemble this. Let's get this dried out. Looks like there's oil down there. Freaking moth flew into my trigger group. Yeah, that's that trigger tech right there. Ooh, I started to walk out. I might have to get some anti-walk pins for this. Yeah, that pin right here started to walk out. I guess that started to happen when we were at the range. Get some anti-walk pins so that don't happen again. But otherwise, very nice trigger. I put my thumb right there. Just squeeze, and boom. It's almost perfect. You see where the bolt carrier was rubbing? Right there. But other than on the star, on the bolt carrier group, all the rest of the wear looks normal, at least to me. Oil on my trigger pack. I like my lower receiver staying nice and dry. There you go. That's easy. Oh, we got this bad boy. That's not that bad at all. See if I can get you guys a shot of this. There we go. It's not bad at all. I was expecting it to be dirtier. ballistic advantage barrel is looking really nice. Gas tube. And boom. Let's get some nice wear patterns right here. It's kind of standard for AR. I'm just not sure about the other one. I don't recall ever seeing wear patterns there on that right there from earlier. So we'll find out. I like this forward assist. Well, I was showing my buddy shooting and stuff like that. Actually, I had to use it a couple times because he'll ride the charging handle forward. Not bad. It's pretty much just clean out the board and wipe it down. This one's almost done. I really don't think I'm gonna have to do a lot of passes with that. So yeah, I had a 308 bore snake, but it was so worn down from all the years of using it. I ended up buying this kit because I couldn't find one in stock for 308 or 30 cal. So I bought this cheap Hops kit with the cleaning rods. There's nothing wrong with having extra cleaning rods, right? And boom, baby. Third caliber. I'm just gonna run a swab through because honestly, they didn't look bad at all. So there's those pieces. Think about getting another one of these little toolboxes just for gun cleaning stuff. I mean, they're not expensive. They're like $20 or something like that. You know, for patches and whatnot. size, but we're gonna use them. I actually prefer the Otis patches over these Hops squares. Well, whatever. Use it up. Supplies are supplies. All right, I'm gonna reassemble this and we'll be right back. So when I lube these things, I like to put lube on wear spots that are not supposed to lock into the star chamber. Now, when cleaning a gun, I just put it on with my finger. When I'm out in the range, I prefer a spray bottle. Alright, it's clear and safe, no brass, we're good to go. She feels nice and lubed. Buffer spring is still nice and strong. This baby is done. Next video, AR-15. She's clear.